Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen of the Senate, this measure hopefully will look familiar to you. It was a measure we had last year and we passed and brought it back again this year. It didn't make it through the other body, but I want to speak briefly to it. It is, in its essence, a consumer protection bill. It basically penalizes a person who uses a false document to obtain a foreclosure. Just to give a little bit of context, Virginia has been an epicenter in the foreclosure situation around the nation. Prince William County alone had over 16,000 foreclosures as of October of 2011, and just in the past 4 years. And a lot of those foreclosures were procured by documents that were either signed or fraudulently authenticated. And the reason why this is relevant is a lot of those folks that were foreclosed upon were not people that, frankly, should have been foreclosed upon. We have a system whereby people are allowed to get loan modifications. Oftentimes they receive loan modifications. They are working with a servicer. That loan modification was not honored by the lender, and as a result, they were put out on the street, and it wasn't until months later that they found out the documents used against them were procured falsely. A couple things about my bill, just to anticipate any questions. One is people that walk away from their homes and walk away from their obligations, they will not get a windfall here because they have to be proximately harmed by the false action. And so if they're in default, they weren't proximately harmed. Secondly, people talk about existing remedies, including common law fraud. The bottom line is where you have somebody that's falsely authenticating a document while sitting in a warehouse 1,000 miles away, you don't have the same reliance that you have in a fraud situation. Common law fraud would not apply here. We have given the banking association, the bankers, essentially an exemption from our consumer protection laws in this state. This is one very small, narrowly targeted law to get at a problem which is occurring, especially in Northern Virginia. I ask that the bill pass.
Thank you, Senator. Question is, shall the bill pass? All in favor of the motion will record their votes aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Do any senators desire to change their vote? The clerk will close the roll.
Ayes 28, noes 12.
Ayes 28, noes 12. The bill passes.